Hello everyone. In this lecture, let us see what are the different electric welding equipments that are necessary while doing electric welding. Right? Before that, let us see what are the requirements of a good weld when a good weld is said to be done. Actually, a weld is said to be good weld only if it is free from external defects like the dimensions of the welding material should not be changed, and also the width of the material or the deviation of the welding from prescribed shapes and dimensions. So if proper dimensions are able to be continued even after the weld, then only it is said to be a good weld, right? So first requirement of good weld is free from external defects. That defects may be in the form of width or dimensions or formation of hot spots or whatever it may be. So if it is free from all those external defects, then only it is said to be a good weld. Next one, in order to get good weld, it is essential to get an absolute fusion of metal and electrode, right? So there must be a good combination that metal and electrode should be completely mixed with each other, fused with each other. Otherwise, if there is a lack of fusion, that affects on the strength of the weld, that makes the weld unreliable. So in order to a good weld, fusion between the electrode and the metal is necessary. Fusion between metal and electrode is necessary. Otherwise, what happens? Otherwise, strength will be affected. Strength of the weld is affected. Right? So this is the another requirement of a good weld. Also, a good weld must be free from pores. When these pores are formed due to, we know that arc blow, air blow. In such cases, pores are formed. Right? Due to these pores, what happens is the weld becomes leaky. So air may be filled in such pores, that which makes the weld very weak, right? It makes the weld leaky and weak, right? So a good weld must be free from pores. So some gases or air may be filled up within the pores, which makes the weld, I am writing it here, weld leaky and weak. Right? So, and another requirement of a good weld is good weld should be free from cracks. The surface of the weld must be very clean and smooth. It must be free from cracks, which may come by non-uniform heating and cooling. So if there is non-uniform heating or cooling, the weld surface may be having some cracks. So a good weld should not have any cracks formed on it, free from cracks. Due to non-uniform heating and cooling. Right? So these are the features of a good weld. Now let us come back to electric welding equipment. So the most common electric equipment, let us see now. So electric welding equipment. So the most common electric welding equipments comes like, first one is welding power source. So from which kind of source you are taking the input as input to the welding. Next one is welding cables. And the third one is electrode holder. And the fourth one is welding helmet and hand shield. And the fifth one is protective clothing. And the last one is chipping hammer and wire brush. So these are the common welding equipment that are to be handled during electric welding, right? So let us see each one of these equipment one by one in detail now. First one is what? Electric welding equipment, welding power source, right? Let us see about welding power sources. So power sources. We know that these power sources can be either DC or AC, right? They may be either DC type or AC type. Now, what are the equipment that constitutes DC welding? Let us see. First one is DC welding set. So generally DC welding sets are of two types. That is, first one is generator sets. Generator set, and the second one is a rectifier set. Right? So coming to the first one, generator set. Coming to generator set, we know that DC generator produces DC current. So in either or reverse polarity, right? So in reverse polarity also it can happen, and it is powered either by an electric motor or a diesel engine. But since most of the welding processes needs low voltage with high value of current or not, right? They needs low voltage and high current applications. Welding is a low voltage and high current application, right? So which kind of generator is most suitable for this? This we know that it is a differential compound DC generator. Differential compound DC generator is the most efficient or perfectly suitable kind of generator set for electric welding, right? So why it has drooping volt ampere characteristics? Because of drooping volt ampere characteristics, differential compound DC generator is the most suitable one. So how the control can be obtained? So the control may be obtained just by tapping a series field of this differential compound generator. It can have tappings on it, or if you connect a suitable shunt field winding across the series field winding of this differential compound DC generator, then also you can have a control on this differential compound DC generator. You can vary the voltages and currents for the desired levels. Now let us see what are the advantages of these DC generator sets. Right? Advantages. So coming to the advantages, we know that both kind of polarity is available, right? Straight and reverse the polarity. Can be obtained, right? And the next one is you can perform welding in any position. That means you can perform welding in either flat position or vertical position or horizontal position or at an angle. At any desired position of the workpiece you can perform the welding, right? That is one of the advantage. Welding can be carried out in any position. And the next advantages comes like you can, by using this DC welding sets, you can weld any kind of ferrous and non-ferrous metals, right? This is one most important advantages, like all ferrous and non-ferrous metals can be welded. Right, and the next advantages comes like the generator output, whatever it is not affected by variations in the power line voltages. That is one of the major advantage, right? It is not affected by any changes in the power line voltages. So generator output is not affected by variations in power line voltages. So these are the few advantages of DC welding sets that can be noted. Now, though these have some advantages, these DC generator sets also have some disadvantages. Let us see what are those disadvantages one by one. So the advantages of DC generator sets can be discussed as you know, setting up a generator set is not that easy in the cost point of view. So one of the disadvantages can be discussed as in its setting up cost is high, that is initial cost is high. Also, if there is any problem during running, if there is any damage in the machine during running, it also costs heavily. So therefore we can tell the maintenance cost is also high. Maintenance cost is high. One more disadvantage of these DC generator sets is that we can say when during running a machine there will be some amount of noise. So noisy operation can also discussed as a disadvantage of a DC generator set, right? Noisy operation. So these are the disadvantages of DC generator sets. Now coming to rectifier sets. So what are these rectifier sets? What are its advantages? What are its disadvantages? Let us see now. So rectifier sets. These sets generally contains a transformer, which is an electrical device as we know. The transformer which contains also a rectifier, so which changes AC to DC, right? It consists of a transformer with a rectifier in combination with a rectifier which changes AC to DC. So a rectifier is installed with a fan to cool the transformer. Due to continuous operation, that may be heat liberated from the transformer. To cool that, a fan is also used. So the rectifier unit may be designed for single phase or three phase supply, right? So the control of the DC voltage is obtained by regulating the transformer output. Right, this is how the rectifier sets work. Now coming to the advantages of the rectifier sets, let us see. Advantages. This also can provide both kind of polarity, that is straight as well as reverse polarity. Straight and reversed polarity. Can be obtained. And the next advantage comes like they have good performance. Why? Because it is controlled or not. We have already discussed that we can have a control by regulating the transformer output, right? So as they can be easily controlled, we can have good performance. Performance of this kind of rectifier set is good when compared to generator set. good performance as it can be controlled. Right? So another advantage can be discussed like their current can be adjusted by adjusting a remote control kept near the operator. How? As it is a transformer, if you take certain tappings on the transformer windings, then you can be the current can be easily adjusted by adjusting the supply, right? So current can be adjusted. So these can be discussed as the advantages of rectifier sets. Coming to the disadvantages, the disadvantage is the lifespan of these rectifier sets is limited to about 7 years only. So limited lifespan is the only disadvantage of this kind of rectifier sets, right? So this is all about power sources. Which kind of power sources? DC source or AC source used for the purpose of welding. Now coming to AC welding sets. AC welding sets. Now AC welding sets can be either single phase or three phase, right? So which can be able to provide low voltages. As we know, the application for welding is like low voltage but high current, right? So it must be able to provide low voltage, that is 80 to 100 volts, right? It should also have some output control, right? Now the tank is filled with the transformer oil to cool the transformer core by convection process. Thereby what it is done, overheating is limited. So when working under heavy loaded conditions, the transformer may be heated. So to prevent the transformer heating, the transformer tank is filled with some oil. So instead of oil, there can be filled with some electric fans. There may be electric fan fitted. Such cases are called air-cooled transformers. So this is about AC welding sets. Now coming to the advantages of AC welding sets, let us see the advantages. So its advantages can be discussed like it is less expensive when compared to the DC sets. Why? Because there we need heavy machines like differential compound DC generator we need, or in the set rectifier set we need a transformer in addition with rectifier set. But here only a single transformer is enough for giving the supply to the welding equipment, right? So it is less expensive, lightest, equipment weight is also less, and portable. It is portable, right? Also there is less chance of arc blow, right? Free from arc blow. What is arc blow? The deviation of the arc from the actual path, right? So which is most common in the case of DC welding. It happens due to non-uniform magnetic field, but in case of AC we can completely eliminate or mitigate or minimize the arc blow, right? Now other advantage of AC welding set is its electrical efficiency is high. That means most of the power input given is used for or transformed in the form of heating and used for the welding purpose, right? Also its operating and maintenance cost is low. Operating and maintenance cost is low, right? Also, since there are no moving parts in the transformer as in case of DC welding sets, the operation is noiseless, right? So noiseless operation losses are less. That means wear and tear is less. Therefore, the efficiency is high of this kind of welding set is high. Now, let us discuss what are the disadvantages then. Disadvantages of arc welding sets. So, here the main disadvantage is polarity cannot be changed. As it is AC, we cannot fix the polarity. Therefore, changing the polarity is not possible in case of AC welding sets. Also, because of the alternating nature of the current flow, starting the arc is more difficult when compared to the DC. Starting of arc is more difficult. Right? So, also it has low power factor. So, these are the different disadvantages of AC welding sets. This is about the power sources. Now, let us discuss the other welding equipments. Now, welding cables. See, welding cables, two cables are needed for welding, one of which connects the electrode holder to electrode to the electrode holder or electrode to welding power source, and the other connects the welding piece with the welding source. Two electrodes, one to hold the electrode holder and the other one is to connect the source with the welding piece. So these cables are nicely insulated with rubber. So which is a durable layer, and is also these cables are checked periodically for insulation purposes. These are very important in case of welding, right? The next one is the electrode holder. So electrode holder is nothing but it is a device used for holding the electrode and conducting current to it. So it must be taken care that it is properly insulated and protects the person who is welding from the electrical current, right? The two electrical jaws that are made in electrode holder which holds the bare conductor end, right? So but it is completely insulated to protect the operator against that electrical shocks. That is about electrode holder. Next, coming to welding helmet and hand shield. We know that all of you might have seen welding helmet practically. So it is a protective shield which helps which protects the operator's face and neck of the welder from any harmful sparks that may arise during the welding, right? Also, hand shield is nothing but a protective shield which is held with the hands of the welder in order to protect any sparks to affect the operator, right? The use of hand shields and helmet protect the operator's eyes also from getting damaged due to UV rays and infrared rays which can arise during welding, right? This is about welding helmet and hand shield. Now coming to protective clothing. What is protective clothing? It is nothing but the apron. You might have seen apron and the gloves, right? So it includes apron and the gloves. Apron provides protection to the cloths of the welder from the hot particles that may be arise due to the welding, right? So it is made of a thick leather. Also, gloves protects the hands of the welder from UV rays and splitting of the metal which may be arise due to welding, right? So it is also, they are also made up of leather, right, which are non-conducting current materials. Right now, chipping hammer and wide brush. A chipping hammer is nothing but a chisel shape and is pointed to the end to aid in the removal of slag from over the welding material. If any kind of slag is deposited after the welding, with the help of chipping hammer, if you just brush it off, then the slag will be easily removed. Also, the wire brush does the same purpose as a chipping hammer, but it removes any smallest or finest particles that remain on the welded portion even after cleaning it with the help of chipping hammer. So this is about the different welding equipment that are essentially to be taken care of while performing a weld. So hope you have understood. Thank you.